Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Garrett's vlogs. And Garrett closing in on being an advanced lifter at this point. All right, closing in. Now he did 230 for 5 on his bench being his worst lift. And it's coming along, it's progressing a little slower than the others. But again, due to his build and everything else, it is his worst lift. But it is coming up. It's coming up. So that's good because that was rep PR for him. And everything else this week was again phenomenal. Squats, deadlifts. Like his squat seems to almost still be going up weekly. Again, with 90% training max, we got 10 reps on his squat, which means that our training max is way off again. Way off. So next block we're going to need to bump it. He ended up getting like 8 reps on his deadlift. All right, he got 8 reps on his deadlift with 365. So again, what did his benching days look like? Very straightforward. We do 5-3-1 type sets, 5 by 10 back off work. We do wide grip pull-ups. All right, he does wide grip pull-ups and dumbbell chest presses. All right, and that is our bench day. And that's really all we need. Again, how many exercises do you really need? In this case, we do 3. And I like that with a lot of my guys who run the 4-day programming. Sometimes we only do 3 exercises on some of the days because that's all that's necessary. If we're training 4 days a week and you're doing substantial amounts of volume and they're big movements, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and we don't need anything else. Squats, got 10 reps here. So his squat has definitely come up. Like he's always struggled with squats. Overhead pressing, deadlifting good, squat, deadlift bad. But we're seeing the squat really climb right now. Seeing it really climb. And if anything on the bench, we might have too much overall pressing volume per week. And that could be something that's limiting his bench, and it's something I have to think about and look at a little closer of do we really need the amount of volumes that he's doing, especially having a bench and an overhead press day. All right, we're doing a lot of pressing volume there with the dumbbells thrown in. So it's something that we may need to think about for him. Maybe we don't need that much. Right? Maybe we don't need that much. Maybe his bench will go up if we do less. I think that throws people off when you say things like that. I think he came in and he just did something like a 315 squat there just to see if he could do it, if I remember in the notes. And that got into my folders there. His squat day. How are we making his squat climb? Same setup on the squat that we did on the bench. He does goblet squats with a dumbbell and then hanging leg raises. All right. Some people would say, is that enough? Clearly it's enough. Squat's going up. And when you again do the math, this is over 10 sets of squatting type movements. It's over 10 sets. And here's the other thing. He had a lot of knee tendonitis, and we've cured it with this. Combining the higher rep squats combined with these goblet squats have more or less cured his tendonitis in his patellar tendon. It's gone. It's gone. All right. It's gone. Which is exactly what we want to see. So again, people who have knee pain, so why don't you work on your hamstrings more and do some goblet squats. Overhead pressing, again, he had a good day here. I think this is 145, around 145 pounds. He got 7 reps. So again, he's no slouch on the overhead press. Which also tells us again his shoulders are stronger than his chest. Right? Shoulders are stronger than the chest. Then afterwards he does pull-ups. All right, which again, you guys know I love pull-ups. He does band press downs for his triceps and then full range of motion plate raises. And I had someone ask in the comments, wait, how much is he using a 45? Like, he's as strong as me, and I bench more than him. I had someone say that. And yeah, he is using a 45. I slowed it down to double check. But yeah, it's a 45. So again, he does band press downs for the triceps. And then he does full range of motion plate raises. So what do we come to? 4 exercises. But 2 of them are slightly smaller, particularly the band press down. And on these upper body days, if we're going to do, a 4th movement, it's going to be arms of some type. Or it's going to be arms of some type. A lot of times they need extra work. And again, quite frankly, it's a little easier on total recovery. So adding them as a 4th exercise usually fine. The only thing that people forget is that you get overuse issues in your tendons from too much bicep and tricep work. And nobody wants to acknowledge that when they do tons and tons of these single joint exercises. Right? It adds up. Now in the case of the band press downs, it's restorative for the tendons. All right. But yeah, he's gotten real strong on those plate raises. So again, very strong shoulders. Shoulders are not an issue for him. So we've got to keep bringing his pecs up. Deadlift. In his peak set, he ended up getting 8. So like 365 for 8. What does that mean his max is? His max is in about a 450 now. We're in that territory. All right, we are in that territory. And his deadlift days are a lot simpler because the deadlift works so many muscles, such a big exercise. Because we do the heavy set and then we do 5x10 back off work, we limit his deadlift days right now. I'm limiting them to ab work. Right? That's all he does. We do deadlifts and he does ab work. And again, people ask, is this enough? Clearly it's enough. His deadlift is climbing. Like we're in a good place here. And to me, sometimes people will say things like, oh, is this enough volume? I'm like, these are optimized volumes. Again, people have this bizarre idea that somehow if they double their volume over the bottom of the optimal range, that it's going to give them more. And that's not how it works, guys. The optimal range means you're getting 99% of your possible gains if you're in that volume area. Doesn't mean that if you double the work and go to the top end of the range, that it's magically going to give you more progress. It may give you slightly less. Right? It may give you slightly less. All right, and then he finishes up with abs. And at the end, just to make sure these videos are long enough, we can watch him do his deadlifts one more time. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.